Now, Checkpoint phoned more than 20 motels around Auckland this afternoon, and more than half of them say they simply won't take WINZ clients, full stop, emergency housing. They say they're fed up with having rooms trashed, damage done and ending up out of pocket if they do so. The ACT leader and Epsom MP David Seymour says motel owners in his electorate have complained to him about the state they find their rooms in after they have been let to WINZ clients. Mr Seymour says the housing shortage can't be solved with a blank cheque.
The number one issue is the underperforming housing market. If we were producing houses at the same rate that we know New Zealand can spit them out at 13 houses per capita or per 1,000 people, as we did in the 1970s, then we would have far fewer people facing a shortage of housing and a lot of the poverty that is related to it. But I also think that there's a separate issue here, which is that some of the people in this situation because they have abused home after home and landlord after landlord and ended up in a situation where only a small number of very hardy moteliers, and as you say, that run not especially appealing establishments, will take them. And I just wonder if the obligation of the taxpayer and fellow citizens is infinite, or if we should actually be saying, look, this is what we will offer. It's up to you to sort it out and find someone that will accommodate you for this rate. And that rate will inevitably be significantly higher than what the market is, because you acknowledge you're dealing with very difficult people. But I don't think that it should be a blank cheque or that it should be infinite, because when you do that, you actually just incentivise more of the irresponsibility and bad behaviour, frankly, that's got us to the state of $2,300 a week.
And if that can't be made to work for whatever reason, then you have people sleeping in cars, don't you?
Well, that's inevitably what happens to some people in any society. And I'm just raising the question, how much money that we could be spending on a whole lot of other causes, in health and education, but also in infrastructure and things that people need, should we give up for a minority of people who can't basically play by the rules that everybody else plays by? And I know that the popular thing as a politician is to say, oh yes, of course, blank cheque will do as much as is necessary to look after everybody, but at some point you have to draw a line. And what you might do is say, look, we can understand $500 a week in particularly bad cases in a tight market in Auckland with people with special needs. We can understand $1,000, maybe even $1,500 a week. Maybe we can spend $75,000, $78,000 a year of taxpayer money on housing one family with particular needs. But $2,300 a year, I mean, that is basically wiping out around about 5 or 6 working taxpayers' contribution as soon as they pay their money in through PAYE. It's gone out to this cause, and I don't think that's acceptable.
Do you have specific examples of the sorts of things you're talking about?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I've spoken to people in the Epsom electorate who have said to me, I run a motel. We got into this business because we want to make money, but also out of a sense of public spiritedness and helping people who are out of luck or down on their luck. And unfortunately, the kinds of things we've had to put up with, the state in which we've found some of our rooms, has made it almost impossible to stay in the business, and we've had to start managing which contracts we take in order that we don't just get all our rooms trashed and lose money on the proceeds.
David Seymour, who is the ACT leader and the Epsom MP.